I wanted to talk today about Trump's big old distraction from the Signalgate scandal, talking to Kristen Welker of NBC News over the weekend and saying that, he hasn't ruled out running for a third term and that there are certain methods that allow him to run for a third term. Not only is this a big distraction, but is anybody out there actually surprised by this? Because if you're surprised, you haven't been paying attention. Okay. The first sign that this was obviously going to be what number one he was talking about and trying to do is when he pardoned the January 6th insurrectionists. So the January 6th insurrectionists, they launched a violent attack on the United States Capitol because Donald Trump didn't want to leave the first time after he lost the election to Joe Biden in 2020. They committed acts of violence. A lot of them are prosecuted, put in jail. He pardoned those people, released them from jail. It was basically a signal and a clarion call to his base of supporters that you can commit acts of violence if it's on my behalf. Like, you'll be fine. You won't even get in trouble. And so the January 6th pardons, in my view, were the tell. Him suggesting that there's methods that exist for a third term, that includes violence. We've already lived through that. And so you should not be surprised that Donald Trump is talking about wanting a third term. You should not be surprised. And you should not really overreact to it because we're not even there yet. Right now, we're in a current crisis where in the last 2 months, Donald Trump has grabbed power in every single way possible using his lackey, Elon Musk. And so you shouldn't overreact. I want us also to pay attention to the fact that he just signed an executive order for the federal government to basically take over as much as possible the administration of our elections well before we even get to 2028. This entire presidency so far has been one continuous power grab. Voter suppression is how the Republicans win elections, and the executive order's goal is basically to suppress the vote of people who don't support Donald Trump. And that's really the most important thing here.